Here at the end of this practice.
Well, the yellow's going to come out. In fact, they'll put the red out because during practice, the red is yellow, and that's Justin Fontaine.
Fontaine's going to say loose isn't fast.
Oh, Brett Moffitt.
Wow, look how that truck just whipped around so quickly. Oh, see, it must have cut the right left.
That quick it did, too.
Yeah, it just cut that left rear tire. Moffitt's exhaust probably bounced into it right there, around it. See? Sometimes loose is fast, but sometimes loose is bad.
I think that was a situation that I don't think Justin knew that there was a second truck in line going by him on the bottom, and I heard him say just as we came back on that he didn't know about the truck on the inside.
For now, Christopher Bell has led them all at the start. Caution on the track. The 30 of Scott Lagasse Jr. has gone around right on the front stretch, just past the start-finish line, and brought out the caution. Daytona was running 21st at the time. Significant damage to that left front.
For him to go, you can see, oh, trouble.
It's the 04 of Roper. Corey Roper made a couple of starts this season from Baytown, Texas. Got a little help. Back to Bristol after this.
Outside, watch the pickup, stay low, stay low.
The 4 of Todd Gilliland around. Kept it off the wall, no significant damage. Watch the contact, oh. Leonard Nemechek, who won stage 1, is going to take care of business here. Oh, and Myatt Snyder is going around, and some contact with that inside wall.
You're rolling, bring it to us.
Snyder's bumper cam.
Still there.
And as the regular season champ, it's the final lap. Johnny Sauter heading into turn 3. Friesen closes the gap, but he's not going to be able to get there, and Johnny Sauter will win at Bristol.
Good job, guys! Yeah!
For the championship, they're all up there in the top 5 right now.
Oh, trouble on the backstretch, and it is the 5 of Annette.
And roll back around. Going to be a little bit of right front here, guys.
Yep, off of turn 2. And he's way up.
Yeah, just kind of out over the cushion there. You can see he gets the right front in there.
Take that back, evasive action right there. That was Spencer Boyd.
Yeah, Custer had plenty of time to slow down. I was worried about it. You know, how much did he have to really slow it down? You don't want to slide the tires and flat spot one of them here. We talk more about that on road courses than here, but you can do the same thing just by locking the brakes up, trying to avoid something. But
minimal contact there for the Iowa driver.
He made a nice save once he got in that position. He could have tore up both ends, but it could be something they're able to.
He's flying, but it's not without danger. Look at Kyle Busch out of the groove in the wall in the middle of 1 and 2. No damage, I don't think, severe, but you see right here, he just jumps right there and gets out of the groove, and now it's just tire rubble, and he's just bouncing around and gets in the wall. I don't think any major damage.
Now it's top.
And again, he's into trouble.
He's got a tire down.
Tire down, race leader Kyle Busch into the wall.
Caution, caution.
Caution comes out. And a lot of damage to the right front.
Tire. Off turn 2, he hits the wall. I think the tire's down there.
Right. And so right there, he's in the wall again, and knew it was coming, and he's way slow, but he goes, accelerates again, and then gets in the wall. Didn't recognize he had a tire. Let's listen to the throttle. So you see, throttle back up.
This is hell now at top.
Boom.
Marty.
Oh, look out.
Right there. Hemrick gets into the back of Brandon Jones. Jones into the wall.
Hang on here.
That's some hard contact with the right front.
Damage to the 21, damage to the 19. Less than 2 laps to go at Bristol in stage 1.
You can almost, on that situation, hear the spotter saying clear, clear, clear without letting you know that the run is coming from behind.
Coming 3 to go. Easy, get mid. Clear up.
These guys, it was actually a broken A-arm that had them in the evening from there. inside of Chastain. Just gets in the door of the Chastain, and you know, we see that over and over here, Jeff.
Here more than anywhere else, you see a guy's right front fender hit a guy in the door, and it just turns you around, getting in the corner on corner exit, more at this racetrack than any other racetrack we've seen.
90% of the time, you're going to hit something. That's pretty much going to end his race. He stood in the gas, which drives the car down the racetrack into the inside wall a little sooner. It's hard to avoid hitting the walls in that situation, but throttling up is going to put you into the inside walls.
Wall. He does the same thing that Kyle Busch did, and right in front of him, right in front of him.
Middle.
Benny Miller had an accident earlier tonight. He's all by himself.
And look at the leaders right here. They're kind of committed to running to the top. They had to get really slowed down to look right here. Caution. God, it happens quick. Good job.
He's going to make it a challenge for Larson. This is where Christopher Bell.
Into the wall of 40. Chad Fincham gets into the wall. Caution comes out. That means restart.
Maybe pit stop. Yeah, he's right. Well, 90 got up in the dirt a little bit. Did not blow a tire, but definitely slowed down.
Just didn't expect him to be going that slow when he got to him.
I wonder if those hood flaps were properly installed. Those things came out pretty easily.
I was going to say, they didn't open. They just popped out.
Come out.
Like emergency exits here.
Yeah.
And bye-bye.
That's a big impact.
That is a hard shot.
Huge.
Yeah, he definitely had closed the gap a little too quickly there.
Well, he's racing that guy underneath him, and he's got his eye on him and in the middle of the corner, and he comes off the corner. Next thing you know, there's somebody slow in front of you. And
Christopher Bell right on Logano's back bumper.
Hemrick spinning, Hemrick in the wall.
And the 21 in the wall brings the caution out before the white flag.
And guys, he had a right rear going down for a while, or a loose right rear wheel. They had a big debate about whether or not to come to pit road, but with just 3 laps left, they decided to stay out, and this is the result.
Larson has cleared him. Allgaier, look at his hands, fighting for second, but Christopher Bell makes the move. He takes second away. Allgaier all the way up high. Larson comes out. He'll win at Bristol. Finally win at Bristol.
How about Cole Custer for? Where did he come from? He's in the playoffs.
He really closed on Kyle Larson in 3 and 4.
And a pile up in the middle. The 18 of Kyle Busch is around. Contact, they're rolling in there. Greg Gaulding hits late.
And Steve, you said it.
I don't think got the left front.
Just because you have a great car doesn't mean you're going to avoid these kind of things. It's lap 2. Already in Greg.
You see the 18 pull away, the tail panel damaged very heavily. The left front tire took a very hard shot. We'll have to see
All the rear sheet metal's KO'd.
what the suspension looks like. Bubba Wallace with heavy damage on the 43, smoking. I assume the radiator's knocked out of that car.
Steve, there's mandatory parts that have to be on these cars at certain racetracks. What do they have to do, especially to the 18 with the back flying off of that?
The racetrack gets up the racetrack out of that sticky stuff into Ryan Blaney. Then he just spins in front of the field.
And when he does that, a roadblock right there on the front stretch.
Little contact for the 78.
See right there, he's up the racetrack, a little bit of contact, spin. It's just so hard to get slowed down.
Well, that's pretty significant contact for the 78 there.
Watch this impact. Right in the door. Fortunately, Jesse Little in that 96 had gotten slowed down.
That's pretty good contact. The one thing you're concerned about with the 18 is how much was that contact with that left front wheel going to damage the suspension, the toe. I think he can compete with the rear damage. They've got to replace that tailpiece. In front of him there, Kyle's struggling to keep the speed in the car. Oh, here's the 20. Here's the 21 trying to get down. Blaney has to check up. Look at the damage on the right front of the 21 car. He's got a right front flat.
He won't be able to get down there. Oh, they're circled all the way around the racetrack. It's going to be almost impossible to find a clear space to get him down.
He has some broken suspension in the right front. He's made hard contact with the right side. This is going to knock him out of the race. I don't know if he'll be able to repair that.
It's almost impossible to get down and get to pit road.
Ease it down behind his 32.
He can't ease it down because he can't. When he turns the wheel, it doesn't turn left.
It's going to be in NASCAR's best interest.
Right there. Get down.
Debris coming off of that right front tire. And let's take a look at what happened. You see the right wheel almost completely off.
My gosh.
Hard hit into the wall there.
Well, that's that vibration he was talking about. He was feeling it in the left front, but the problem was in the right front.
That is a bad angle. But it has broken the right front suspension, so that's the end of the race for this guy. See there, I think lower and uppers both broken.
Came out the 38 of David Reagan. He was in the way a little bit earlier. The 12 got into him, but there you saw Eric Almirola get into the back. Around goes the 38. Caution comes out. Pro Shop's NRA night race, and the caution has come out, and that would be the 51, Reed Sorensen, and a lot of damage to the right front after he got into the wall.
Come down. You're done.
And hard turn behind the wall. Potentially a break for Kyle Busch. We can take another look. There's 51 again of Reed Sorensen up into the wall.
Yeah, I have to wonder on a long run. This is the longest they've run tonight if he didn't have some kind of a tire problem. Good break.
It's been an incredible run by Kyle Busch.
Oh,
the 18 teaming out into the back of the 78. Morton Truex Jr. slamming into the wall. He hits again. Contact made. Kyle Busch got to the back of the 78. The 78 spins and brings out the caution once again. Also involved the 7 of J.J. Yaley.
Truex taking it. Come down the track a little bit, but really didn't turn into the 18 car.
J.J. Yaley just trying to get by. Nothing he could do. Watching the 78 come right across the racetrack. Huge impact.
Yeah, that angle into the inside wall is an odd one and a tough one. Just barely touches him there.
Yeah, Martin's not going to be happy with that. I don't think Kyle did it on purpose by any means, but certainly coming off turn 4 and thinking the 78 was going to go a little higher up the racetrack.
Inside quarter. Hang on to it.
Oh.
Damn it. Hang on.
Just hard wrecks. You know, even at short tracks going 100, 115 miles an hour, those are hard shots.
21, Clint Boyer. He could lead the most laps if he's able to stay out front, but the caution has come out. The 2 of Brad Keselowski is around.
Wow, that thing just came around. Run to the bottom of the racetrack. Don't see a tire down. It is there, obviously, but it blew out. But wow, that thing came around fast.
I got a flat tire the entire run. No drive up off at all.
Those tires on the 11 are helping him hold that top position. And look at this squeeze down the front stretch.
Chris Buescher drops back.
Chris Buescher's got a right front tire down.
Well, and a lot of smoke coming out of the 18 as well of Kyle Busch after that contact. Now battle again for the lead. Clint Boyer on the inside tries to take it back.
Kyle Busch has some trouble. He's got a left rear tire down.
All that contact between those cars, and the tires just can't take that.
Left rear down, he'll have to come back to pit road, trying to find a way to the bottom of the track. Kurt Busch still holding on the top spot. Around goes the 18.
They got the left front on the wall. Yellow.
That brings out the caution. Casey Kane had been scored a lap down in the 17th position. Probably will get the free pass.
That man's had an eventful night, I'd say.
Well, look at the banking too. He can't go anywhere because he doesn't have any rubber on the wheels. The tires have come off.
You can hear the crowd cheer.
The tight racing for the 4th position.
Right there, you see the 18 car. That's what cuts the left rear. And 37 car, Buescher, he had his right front go down. You know, 3 wide at Bristol, it's going to be some contact. There's no way not to be on the corner exit, and it's just too much for the tires to handle. But it's late in the race. Who's going to lift? If you lift, you're not going to win. If you don't lift, you have a tire problem.
What a tough break for Chris Buescher. Did such a wonderful job all night. Leffer goes flat and around the 18 goes.
48's on pit road right now, too, guys.
This is
Kelly.
credit one to go. Kurt Busch trying to make sure he's in the playoffs with a win. Kurt Busch has a six-pack of Monster Energy in Bristol.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right back, guys.
Down over 500 miles. We're about to find out. 4 races to go in the championship. Somebody hit the wall. Spencer Pigot spins.
That was Graham Rahal, I think, on the outside, got into the wall. Pigot gets turned around.
I got a feeling Pigot lost it under power and Graham was avoiding. Oh, he just ran over the back of him and knocked him around.
Absolutely.
So he mistimed that, was going to try to get a good jump and hit the back of Pigot, but that was a really, really slow start, it looked like.
This is what it looked like from Graham Rahal's point of view.
You ready? You ready? Ready?
Well, you
Get
can,
ready.
Wickens on the outside making a move.
here comes the red machine, the Lucas Oil entry of Canada's Robert Wickens.
Oh, that's going to be tight through there.
Whoa!
Early touch. Oh, my God.
Oh! That's Robert Wickens. And his teammate is into him as well, James Hinchcliffe. That was ugly. That was frightening.
Big impact.
We're all very concerned. So let's have a look here at on the inside here. There's Hunter Ray breaking sideways, and look at that. Wickens just climbs over the 28 and up into the fence.
It was a vicious impact. That is the fastest part of the racetrack. You know, you're wide open, 2 cars contact, and the angle at which they darted off into the wall and the fence was severe.
To the right.
Still there with Simon? Still there? Clear? Oh, yeah. Stay low. Stay low.
Great heads-up driving from Veach to stay low and stay off the brake pedal. Here we go with Hinchcliffe. It'll be 2 rows up ahead there.
Stay low. Stay down.
Oh, that was Fittipaldi that hit Hinchcliffe.
You okay, buddy?
You see the yellow car there of Ryan Hunter-Reay. Watch the red car of Robert Wickens climb and into the fence. And just 360 after 360 in the air before coming down. His teammate, James Hinchcliffe, contacts him briefly. And those cars we just listed for you all involved in the accident. Fittipaldi, Sato. Now during this very confronting crash between Robert Wickens and Ryan Hunter-Reay and 4 other drivers, look how lucky Dixon got. There is the spinning Wickens. And Dixon just picked his place perfectly and had to do it again as well to avoid Ryan Hunter-Reay. If you haven't seen this crash, this is what caused nearly a 2-hour red flag earlier today. Robert Wickens climbing over Hunter-Reay and up into the catch fencing. He was awake and alert at the time of being transported by air.